Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm your host JMac, and today we'll be taking a look at some Dota 2 gameplay. Now, this is a replay of a game I played about a week ago, I think. It's a bit old, but I have been meaning to do a video on it because I did enjoy the game thoroughly. So I've been playing Zeus in this game. I did end up going mid, and I decided to play a little bit of a support early game, but I think towards the late game I stopped playing that support role. That being said, we did have the Warlock, who played a great support on our team. So I decided to do a ward on their side that still covered the rune, but then gave me sight of their high ground. So that way I did not get any unfortunate gank attempts by that Phoenix, who could swoop in and slow me pretty bad, or the Phantom Assassin, who could blink in. Like I said, I'm playing Zeus in mid, and I did end up coming against the Phoenix. Normally it would be actually kind of a tough lane. Phoenix is a great harasser. That's slow. That's the Icarus dive is annoying. The burn effect, and then the pure slows from that Phoenix emits. It's just so harassy that's hard to beat, especially with a Zeus. Like Zeus is like a slow movement speed to begin with, only 295, and doesn't do a whole lot of early game damage. So, and I did end up having to repick. This wasn't all random game, so I decided I needed to repick. I think my original pick was a Pugna, and I had never played Pugna before, and I got Zeus. And I have played Zeus before. I do play Zeus often. Let's see there. And we ended up getting a first blood. Our Tusk grabbed it, which was good. And they ended up getting the Phantom Assassin as well, which was great, but it's still early game kills. It just means good early money for our Tusk and our Ogre, which very good. Like our Ogre's already got an urn, Tusk's already got his boots. They're really working towards building that carry that we need, which is great to shut down the Phantom Assassin. That's just you just really need it. Who else? The Beastmaster, yeah. Both of which do quite bursty damage. I mean, with the coup de grace from the Phantom Assassin, it can get very deadly towards late game. I mean, I've seen Phantom Assassins one-shot some heroes. So here I was having a lot of trouble last inning because Zeus's attack speed's quite slow. I didn't have my Null Talisman yet because I did end up, like I said, I ended up repicking, so I didn't quite have enough gold, so I was trying to get some last hits. It was quite difficult with all the creeps. Here, yeah, attack speed is quite slow. It's 1.46 seconds per attack, which is it's difficult to time if you're used to using characters that have quite a fast attack speed. See, yeah, I'm just doing terrible early right now, but I am getting some of the things. End up buying a wand. And I did end up buying the null, I believe. Yeah, there it is, yeah. So I ended up getting the null, and it does really make a difference in the next few minutes yeah, see there. It's just super harassy from the Phoenix. It's just hard for me to do anything. It spurns me, it slows my attack speed even more than it already is. 8.5 seconds per attack, like, I'll barely get an attack off before I die if I keep trying to move like that. Let's go to the top lane and see what they're doing. They seem to be doing quite well. Playing a bit defensive here. Their enemy creep lane is pushed up quite a bit. Oh, hold on, here we go. Roll. The Witch Doctor did get that off. It doesn't look like he will survive. Yeah, the Tusk ended up getting him, which is good. But the Witch Doctor did get a double curse on both the Tusk and the Ogre. Back to mid, I am just going down to check rune, although it does seem that Phantom Assassin did end up going bot. I didn't even realize. I wasn't even paying attention clearly because the PA ended up going bot with the Bristleback to try and help him out, I guess. And the Witch Doctor ended up going top. I don't know why that happened. I think the Witch Doctor would have been a lot better suited for down in bot. The the paralyzing cask. It's an extremely annoying, extremely harassy stun that gives the bristleback the last hits that he could need or will need. Let's go up top lane. So he seemed to be getting. Yeah, they ended up stunning him, and will they get him? Yeah. Alright, so the Tusk ended up getting him, so Tusk is doing well, although he might die here. Yeah, he ended up dying from tower. Still, it was good. I'm having a bit of difficulty. I'm doing a little bit better in lane, but still having a lot of difficulty with this harass just from the Phoenix. It is quite annoying at this early stage. I'm just going to speed things up just a little. Get through some of this lull in the action, we'll say, and I'm going to end up going back up bot, or top I should say, sorry. The Tusk ended up getting another kill, although he will die again, it looks like. Oh yeah, he ended up dying again. The Witch Doctor did get him, he did get a curse off, which was good play by the Witch Doctor, but then again the Tusk is still getting kills, and he's already quite fed, we'll say. I'm still doing mediocre. I am starting to get kind of powerful. My lightning bolt does do quite a bit of damage, and it is getting quite annoying for this Phoenix to try and kill me. Or, you know, at least harass me. Because I am... Go down bot really quick, see how they're doing. Yeah, just playing defensive in bot there. It's hard to kill a bristleback, and what does he have? Oh, he doesn't have, almost has his boots, and he has that ring of health and the ring of Bacillus. But once he gets his Vanguard, if he gets his Vanguard early enough, he is pretty difficult to kill. It does get quite hard to deal with him. Like his passive bristleback does do quite a lot of damage, surprisingly enough. Especially when you're running, obviously when you're running away. If they're attacking his back, then the spikes will come out along with his quill spray. That's just like a double spike, and then he can pretty much turn a fight around, actually, if they decide to chase long enough. It seems the Phoenix ended up grabbing a illusion rune and trying to go into bot lane, but it doesn't seem that they will be able to get a gank here. We'll see though. Phoenix is patiently waiting for a moment to strike, and no, I don't think they're gonna end up. Yeah, he ended up giving up. Somebody ended up TPing down. Yeah, there we go. So the Ogre and the Tusk both TP'd away. I'm still in mid. I have my bottle. It's pretty slow bottle, but like I said, I did end up having to repick, so I only had that 475 gold instead of the 875 for all random, which it was definitely tough. Alright, and we're back into the mid lane. I knew that these were the illusions and that the Phoenix ended up backing off because I did have that ward right up here. With that ward I was able to see that he was going that way, and so was my team, so they ended up backing off a little bit. So I decided that I wanted to go up to the top lane to try and fight this out. And it was a Witch Doctor and a Beastmaster. Probably not the wisest decision in the world, and they saw me coming actually, so they backed off. And I knew they probably had a ward there because I watched them back off as that happened, but I didn't want them to get the kills. And so far our entire team's just doing well. We did end up killing the bristleback, and the Phoenix ended up dying from the Ogre. I'm sorry I missed that, but still. Just 2 kills that really need it. And they definitely, yeah, the reward was right there. But Yeah, so far we've been doing pretty well, and I haven't really been in any of the team fights just yet. But we ended up getting the bot tower, which is great. I finally got some gold, which I really needed. I ended up getting my boots super late, but the Tusk ended up dying to the Witch Doctor and the Beastmaster, although the Witch Doctor almost dead himself. Ended up popping a salve and a Tanga. And then we ended up losing our top tower. There's a double damage rune in the river, although I didn't see that because we didn't have a rune up there, or a rune, sorry, a ward. I ended up using my ulti. Not quite enough though. Not quite enough. Luckily I got that nice mana boost from the Warlock. He was playing a great support at this point. I hadn't gotten a kill yet, and I hadn't died either, so it's not like I was giving them the kills or anything. I just wasn't taking any for myself. And as Zeus I should be, I mean. I should be getting quite tanky, and not tanky, but like I should be getting quite annoying in a fact that like my W does a lot of damage to some squishy characters. Like Phoenix or Witch Doctor, those even PA for that matter, even PA into some points of the game. It does ridiculous amounts of damage to them. So we decided to try and push the mid tower here. It wasn't really a successful push, but
Zeus be with you.
my ulti was almost up, or almost off cooldown, so we wanted to try and work off of the Tusk roll. Try and speed things along here. Maybe we'll get a nice little action going. Because really, this is just us running around in circles in mid and nothing really happening. So we ended up still running around in circles for a little bit. Oh, here we go. It seems, and there's the PA with a haste rune, and I ended up moving backwards. The Ogre Magi ended up getting that kill, and I was unaware at the time, but the PA was so close behind me that she could have easily killed me. And there I ended up grabbing that Witch Doctor kill. So there's my first kill, and I do have an assist, so I am starting to get onto the board a little bit. We did. Again, get more kills, and we still haven't, I mean, we weren't giving them anything. We were not giving any real leeway. We wanted to take this early because we knew that some of them could become very, very scary during the late game. The Bristleback, very hard to kill. The Phantom Assassin, very, very dangerous with that coup de grace. So I ended up doing quite well here. There. I ended up needing to back off. I was very, very close to death. But we ended up getting the tower, and I can finally buy my boots, and the Warlock was kind enough to heal me. So I run up to Secret Shop because I need to get the mana boots myself. As I am, like, Zeus is an extremely mana dependent hero. He really requires a lot of mana, or a big mana pool, or even just like a lot of mana regeneration. With that, he's able to really get off his attacks what he needs. I mean, kind of spam that chain lightning, or arc lightning, sorry, and really throw that lightning bolt out. It does a lot of damage, and then with the static field, the more bounces it does, the better it ends up being. Like, I end up getting a lot more last hits. You end up getting a lot more harassy. It's just dangerous. He can become dangerous, really. You know, I think we'll see that at some point during this game. Again, as this is just a lull in things, we will speed things up a little bit. Tusk farming. Yeah, Warlock there. Slow things down just because they seem that they want to fight. Not really. So here I was, Not really a lot of health, not really a lot of mana. But there's the, yeah, see he was pretty much dead, but then again at the same time, oh, there's my ulti. And then I ended up turning around on this bristleback. Nope. So I'm on a killing spree, 3 kills, 2 assists. I'm doing quite well so far as Zeus. Very, very close to dead, but still managing to get the kills off, which is great. I mean, exactly what we needed. Again, another Phantom Assassin bristleback kill, but this looks like the death of the Tusk. Yeah, Tusk died again. The Ogre ended up dying too, but still, I mean, we're giving them a little bit, but we're not giving them everything they need. Like, bristleback is very farm dependent. He needs his items. He needs to become so tanky that it's just almost impossible to kill him. Like, get that. Depending on the characters, if it's a lot of mana, like a Hood would be really good here for him. He still doesn't have his Vanguard yet, so that's really good, and it's very late. Usually the Vanguard comes around the 8-minute mark. A Hood would be really good here. It would make him pretty much impervious to my attacks, but as you can see, I still do at least a little bit of harass damage. I can just spam that. Because I'm just throwing that out, and like, he knows that I can do that damage to him, and he's kind of afraid, because he needs the Hood, he needs the pipe, he needs the magic immunity, he needs all that. And for the PA, he needs his Battle Fury, he needs his farm, but he's not getting it. He's only got 10 last hits and 2 denies. He's just not getting the farm he needs. The Bristleback has 45, but it's still not, it's not what he needs. He needs a lot more, and he needs it fast, otherwise this is going to go very downhill for them very quickly. So it seems the mid lane is about to be in a fight. Let's go back to me. Anyway, so at this point I was working on an Ag Scepter because I knew I need that ulti to do a lot more damage than it does right now. I mean, with the Ag Scepter, maybe the Lincolns, a Refresher Orb, Zeus can get pretty dangerous if he gets fed, and I ended up getting quite dangerous during this game, I believe. Let's go back to mid lane. Sorry. Because it does seem they want to fight in the mid lane, but we just seem to be walking around in circles just for now. Speed things up just a little bit, try and get through some of this lull in the action. Let's go down here. I saw the Bristleback coming up because we did have wards and he was chasing me, but then I saw that I had a Dragon Knife. I don't know what the Bristleback... Oh, he had a haste rune, so there was no way that we were really going to catch him. I mean, the haste rune on top of his warpath, it's just pretty dangerous. The Ogre ended up almost dying, but they almost got the Phoenix. Not quite, though. And then... PA was just on the high ground. He was waiting for his opportunity. But they ended up getting the Bristleback, which is great. I mean, and there, stunned. Boom. Dead, dead, dominating. Alright, that was me. I ended up kind of stealing that kill, actually. That was a little bit bad, but I'm getting to a point now where it's getting kind of hard to deal with me. I'm not tanky by any stretch. I mean, if that PA got any kind of farm, he could one-shot me easily. Like, I've seen Phantom Assassins do 2,000 crits. It's unbelievable, honestly. But my damage output for my abilities is getting to a point where it's hard for them to deal with it. The Tusk ended up almost dying. He did get it back to base, though. I was full health, half mana. I was still able to do a lot. I mean, even half mana for me, that's a lot. That's 75 for the Arc Lightning and only 135 for the Lightning Bolt. And that being said, my ulti is a 300 mana, but out of the 1,000, that 300 is mere minuscule compared to what I can, the damage output I can put out there. So let's continue on here. Everyone's just trying to get their farm up. We're trying to clear things up. They did end up taking our tier 2 top, and we hadn't even taken the tier 1 top yet, but and then I saw that the Warlock was getting turned on, and I got moved by that. Alright, so we ended up getting those two, which was great. I mean, that was a huge mistake on their part. They had seen us, Ogre and I, in bot, and the Dragon. Dragon Knight came up from mid, and they had seen Ogre and I in bot. They must have, because we were clearing up their creep wave, and then they saw us come up, but they decided to continue chasing. I mean, it would have been wise for them to actually move backwards and retreat, because they weren't going to win a 4v2 in that situation. So there's our Ogre. Oh, there's the Tusk Punch. Although that does not look good. Yeah, our Ogre ended up dying. And yeah, see, there's a double kill that I didn't want to see. The Bristleback getting killed like that, it's dangerous. Things can happen. You just don't. And Beastmaster ended up missing me, so that was great. But again, like, you don't want to see the Bristleback getting killed like that, even at any point in the game. He's building a hood. He has his Vanguard. He's gonna build a hood. He wants to not be able to die from my lightning, really, and from the fire, from the Dragon Knight, anything really, the Warlock magic, anything magic really. He wants to be able to tank through that. With the Vanguard, he's tanking the physical damage. With the hood, he's tanking the magical damage. It becomes really hard to kill, and it becomes a really big difficult time for us. So if we knew if we didn't continue this like as it was going, then we wouldn't be able to take this into the very late game. Like, I'd say like the 50-60 minute mark. If we let them farm and let them kill us a little, and it took it to the 50 or 60 minute mark, they would steamroll us. They would come over and win. But we knew. And then we had a DD Invis Tusk. But he came out of Invis. Decided to punch first. But he ended up dying. No, did he? No, Phantom Assassin did end up dying from the Ogre. I didn't end up getting that kill, but it did end up doing a lot of damage, especially the Phoenix, who just about... No, he didn't end up dying. But he decided he wanted to throw that out. And I became very close to death as well, but again, no. We do have a lot of lockup, a lot of stuns. I mean, the Ogre lockup, my mini bash, it's kind of a mini bash, it's the Arc Lightning, and my ulti both have a little mini stun there. The Tusk, the Warlock, everyone, all of us has some sort of stun / mini bash that causes them aggravation. So we're gonna speed things up here just a little. So the Bristleback ended up getting his hood, which is good. I'm still not at my Ag Scepter yet, it's quite late, but I'm working on it here. Ended up bottling an Invis rune. So it looked like they wanted to do Roche, but I don't believe that was the case. Our Ogre blinked up there. So they weren't in the Roche pit, but they could have surrounded us pretty easily. They had two on each side there. That gave that position away. But our Tusk decided he wanted to fight, and he was going to get him. Easy. So that was a good easy kill for the Tusk. I mean, it's another kill, that's exactly what we needed. Another nail in the coffin of this team. Go back to me. I still have yet to die. 4-0-7, and I'm still working. Actually, I should have that, actually. I think I was just calling the courier at that moment. I just didn't want to... I don't think I wanted to call the courier into a fight. So here we were worried because this would be a bad situation where we were under their tower, Bristleback kept throwing his snot out, so like more damage was being done to us. Things were getting bad. The Phoenix was throwing out his fireballs. It didn't look good, but I think we ended up backing off here a little bit. He ended up blocking. Did he block off? No, he the bristleback ended up getting away, and then we ended up backing off, which was good. I mean, that's exactly what we needed. I think we ended up taking Roche after this, or decided we wanted to fight. Apparently, there I did end up calling into the courier, although I thought the fight was over. I ended up killing the bristleback, but I decided I needed to back off. I mean, even with a lot of damage, I am just so squishy. Oh, and then I decided, then the Tusk decided he wanted to roll me into that situation. That was a scary moment. But I didn't end up dying. None of us ended up dying for that matter. We ended up getting 3 of them, and it looks like we're about to take a tower here actually. So that was good. I mean, it was a good team fight. It really went in our favor. Yeah, we did end up taking the tower, and then I ended up getting my Ag Scepter, which was great for me because now my ulti is just going to do ridiculous amounts of damage. Alright, so let's speed things up here just a little. Let's get through this. Again, another lull in the action. Everyone's just kind of waiting to see who makes the next play. It does seem like they're just farming a little bit. I decided to bottle up Illusion Rune, just to fill my bottle up. Really, I didn't really need the Illusion. Well, I suppose you always need some sort of rune, just in case. Never know. So it looks like we're gonna fight another one here. And there's the Phoenix. We should have focused the Phoenix, but I was getting stunned up by that Witch Doctor ult, and then he ended up moving back anyway. So that would have been really bad if the Phoenix had more backup there, but I ended up killing the Witch Doctor. So, and then the rest of them were really low health. The Bristleback's trying to tank the Ancients, and he just doesn't have the output yet, and he has such low health. I mean, he can't really. He probably gets 1. I wouldn't say he gets the big one. Actually, he did. No, he got them all. That's good. Okay, but he was still such low health. Like, if we found him there, he would have been dead easily. And I decided I needed to go clean up creep wave. I was building a Lincoln's at this point. Actually, I thought that the Lincoln's would probably help. I mean, the mana regen and the ability to avoid a stun. Like the Witch Doctor stun, if I didn't get stunned up there, it could mean an ulti where we need one, right, to turn a fight around. So I figured that was needed. I decided to come clean that up. The Bristleback is standing around Ancients. They were really just farming. Everyone was just farming. They were trying to keep things for us. They were trying to keep things equal, but we weren't allowing it really.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Illusion.
So the Phoenix ended up giving away his position, which was probably bad. I mean, he shouldn't have really. What he should have done was probably Icarus dived in, ultied, which is a slow, and then the Witch Doctor could have stunned, and then he could have ultied, and they probably would have ended up getting like 2 of us. But no, the Tusk ended up killing the Witch Doctor anyway. So I was up top, and unbeknownst to me, there was a Phantom Assassin just in their woods, just feet away from me, really. He decided that he was gonna come on me, and I was not even paying attention. But too bad for him, he was not able to get me. Luckily, I think the Illusion Runes actually saved me. They did the damage I needed, plus my ulti. It was a lot of output that I needed for that. And I'm building, yeah, like I said, I was building a Lincoln Sphere. So right now I'm just trying to work towards that Ultimate Orb. That Ultimate Orb will really give me the stats that I need to really finalize this game. I mean, it's pretty over at this point, 31 to 10. It's hard for anyone to come back to it. Not impossible, mind you, but hard. And look how tough, look how tanky the Bristleback's now getting. It's just just getting to a point where it would be hard for us to kill him if the PA ended up getting fed, the Witch Doctor ended up getting some kills, and like it would just be bad. So I ended up coming up top and trying to take the tower. Half health, which isn't bad. I mean, I ended up backing. Did I end up backing off? No. Doesn't seem I backed off. I wanted to try and take this tower up, but I saw that my team was about to end up fighting, so I came down to mid lane. Because I figured I took the top lane for half its health. I mean, by myself, it was time to get into a team fight. But then again, I needed that ultimate orb. I wanted to build towards that Lincoln's. So I came back up top. I harassed the creep wave down. I took them off the tower. Now we had another creep wave coming. And I ended up getting all those last hits by my ultimate orb. Well, not yet apparently. Oh, the Phantom Assassin. See, Phantom Assassin ended up getting the tusk, and oh, our ogre luckily blinked out. But I took I'm taking the top tower myself, which is great. I mean, that's something they didn't have, or didn't expect, I should say. And it does seem. Oh man! If only there was more of us there, he would have been able to get up. That was a good blink by the ogre, and then a good urn, keeping him alive, and maybe making it so that he could turn around. Bristleback coming on me, but look how hard it is for me to kill him at this point. But I ended up getting another kill, just a right click actually, for me. I was able to kill him. And I really wanted this Phoenix, but he used the urn at the proper time, and he was just far enough away where I couldn't get my W off to interrupt. So, now that I've taken the top tower, and now that I had my ultimate orb, I was just so close to being able to finish the Lincoln Sphere, and actually that was it, I'm pretty sure that was it right there, yep. I was able to finish the Lincoln Sphere, and I was able to call it in. We were getting pretty lucky, actually. We had a great initiation. The stuns, just the pure stuns. Let me change this angle, actually. Let's go free camera. Just because I want to see everything. So, yeah, now that I got my Lincoln Sphere, I pop my bottle. I don't think you really don't need a bottle at this point. I was really just keeping it because I had space, and I still had space to buy other things, and still have it, so I kept it around. Yeah, I ended up getting that kill as well. So now I'm 9 and 0. I still haven't died. I mean, double kill. So yeah. It was getting really hard to deal with me at this point. I was tanky. I had a lot of damage output. My mana regen was unreal. It was just getting. I was getting dangerous, really. And we ended up taking 4 of them there. So at this point, there was nothing they could do. It was pretty much GG. The Witch Doctor was just chilling in his base. Yeah, I was just waiting in the fountain. Really, it was just waiting for us to take everything. I think after this, I may have built a refresher on. Not 100%. Pretty sure I did though. I ended up building a refresher orb. There it is. Sorry, I was having trouble finding it there. Yeah. I was going for a refresher orb next. That was my next goal. We ended up going up top. Clean up this creep wave. With the refresher orb, I become even more dangerous, like reducing all of the cooldowns that I need, and with my mana regen, it didn't matter. I could use probably everything twice and still be fine. I could look for 900 there, so just under 1,000. That's for 2, and then I could use 2 of those. That's 270. Yeah, easily. I could easily use everything twice. Oh yeah. I had 100 last hits, so I went from not doing very well early in the game to actually doing pretty decently. They really wanted me at this point, though. There was my Oblivion staff, though. More stats for me to deal with. I mean, at this point, it was becoming really bad. It looks like the Bristleback wanted to go for a heart, but I wouldn't say. Or no, sorry, not a heart. I'm not sure what he's trying to build. I don't know why I want an ogre club though. Let's see. Maybe a BKB. He probably is going for the BKB. That's done. Actually, yeah, he's definitely going for a BKB. I'm not kidding. With the BKB, he will be. I'll be pretty much useless. I mean, yeah. I ended up getting another kill. I ended up grabbing another kill there, but it's so hard to kill Bristleback. But we ended up getting him, so I'm 11, 0, and 14. Still haven't given them a kill. This is what I like. I mean, not knowing you haven't really given the other team anything, like any room to move yourself. It's really good. But they ended up calling GG, and that was pretty much it. Speed things up just a little bit here. Yeah, there. So I ended up selling my bottle and grabbing the Perseverance, so more stats for me, because at this point that's all I have. And then the Witch Doctor decided he wanted to come in. Oh, but it was useless, but it still ended up stunning me once. Big deal. Yeah, then we ended up taking their top racks, and I almost had my Refresher Orb, and I really wasn't afraid of them, actually. I mean, it would take all 5 of them, which is right there, to be able to really finish me off. And with no real flows because of my Lincolns, it was really tough for them to do anything. I was able to get away before they could really touch me. Oh, there's the... We knew to back off here because we were not even remotely close enough to the Phoenix to be able to do any. Okay, so I ended up grabbing another kill there. So there's 12 and 0 and 14 assists. I mean, hard for, yeah, it's pretty much impossible at this point. I mean, they did all they could. They ended up pausing here. And then unpausing. For some reason, using it as a ward, but so we ended up going to take Roche. I mean, just really solidifying our win here, even though we already had it. There was no chance for them to come back at this point. We had taken 2 racks. It's so difficult to come back from a 2-rack deficit that, like, it rarely happens. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, it just rarely happens. Like, I've seen cases where a Luna will be on the team where they have no racks, but then will wipe an entire team with her Manta Style and her Glaze, and then be able to push so fast that she ends up taking it 2 racks by herself. Like, I've seen it happen. Of, you know, it's not impossible, it's just improbable. At this point, I almost have my Refresher Orb, so it was getting really tough. Oh, yeah, there it is. Refresher Orb on the way.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So now I was just waiting for the Refresher Orb. I didn't want to bring it into the base because I've had too many incidents where I end up getting the courier killed by accident. Bless, all 3 of them, or all 5 of them were there, except the Witch Doctor, sorry, so 4 of them were there. But there's the Refresher Orb. I'm just gonna walk right in now. Maybe not. Clean up the creep wave because I want some creep line to try and take this tower. Now I'm just looking to end it.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And we're really looking to end this. And so were they, apparently. They really want this game over. It wasn't a good game for them. I mean, they tried their best, but only so much as they can do.
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack. Dire's bottom barracks have fallen.
Again, the Bristleback.
Dire's bottom barracks
Giving me all they got.
now have
It's really just not enough. Oh, so that poor PA. I mean, I just dropped him. I almost ended up getting another kill on the Witch Doctor there, but it just wasn't happening. But I ended up not dying at all this entire game. So, I mean, I did as best I could. I did pretty well considering I had to repick and I was at a gold deficit, but I just played my lane and I did my best and I was playing smart. I was trying not to be aggressive, I was trying to be proper. If you enjoyed the content and you enjoyed the Dota 2 gameplay, don't forget to leave comments, negative or positive, it's fine, in the comment section. I will link anything you need to know about me in the description, and I hope you enjoyed. Thanks.